Claude can do a lot more than just answer questions. So today I want to show you 4 features that you can set up that lets Claude act more like your personal assistant, and it can save you hours. Hi, I'm Tara, I'm 56. I don't have a technical background, but I'm in the middle of trying to make AI my new career. Not quite sure how I'm going to make it happen yet, but this channel is me working that out and sharing with you everything I learn on the way. So the first thing I love about Claude is projects. A project is basically a folder with memory in Claude. You can put in there instructions for what it has to do and any files that are related to that project. So you never have to keep on explaining yourself. It knows everything it needs to do.
Here's a project I've got just for my app ideas. I'm building apps at the moment using AI. This project knows exactly what I've built and is linked to documents with my ideas. It helps me work out which new ideas are actually worth pursuing. It's a bit like having an advisor who never forgets anything you've told them. So to create a project, go to your sidebar, click on Projects, then click on New Project. Name your project anything you want, and optionally, you can add a description. Then add in any instructions you want it to remember in there. Quick tip, you can even get Claude to write the instructions for you. Just go back into a new chat and tell it what you want to achieve with this project. You can also upload any files to the project that you want Claude to have as reference.
Another great feature in Claude is skills. Skills are basically a set of instructions so Claude knows exactly what to do each time. Think of it like a recipe. If you give someone a recipe, they'd know exactly how to cook it. So I've created skills for Claude so it knows how to take all my receipts and invoices and put them in a spreadsheet for me. But the best way to show you about skills is to actually show you how to make one. So I thought we'd try make a skill that sounds more like me when I write.
So I'm going to say, I want to create a new skill that captures my writing voice so you can write in my style. I want to call it Voice Demo. How do I do that? You see, the good thing is you don't need to know how to make a skill, as Claude knows already. So Claude is walking me through it. In my case, it's asked me to paste in a few samples of my writing so it can analyse how I sound. So I'm going to do that now. Now this will take a little while Claude reads all the samples and starts analysing your voice. So now it's analysed my voice, it's shown me some examples of how it would use that analysis to write some text in my voice, but it wants to know if I want to change anything. Now you'll want to spend a bit of time on this, but I'm just going to tell it, well, I wouldn't say once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. Instead, I'd just cut that. So once you've gone through that process and you're happy with it, you just ask Claude to turn everything it's learned into a skill that you can use again and again. Then save the skill. And if you want to find that skill again, if you go to Customise, Skills, and then you can see the skill Voice Demo. So let's give that skill a test. So I'm going to type use my voice skill and write a short paragraph about what it feels like to learn vibe coding for the first time. So that paragraph isn't perfect, but it sounds much more like me than it would have done without the skill. That's what a skill does. And the good thing is you can adapt and improve them over time. Simply ask Claude to update the skill with anything new it's learned from any changes you've made.
I've got quite a few of these skills now. Let me show you one that I've got that creates text graphics.
So as well as simply asking Claude to use your skills, you can also select them by going to the plus button, going down to skills where you can see all the skills that you have available. I'm going to type in a few words and ask it to use my social graphics skill to create a graphic using some words. I can then save that graphic as an SVG and I'll open that so you can see it better.
So another really useful feature in Claude is artifacts. Now, artifacts can be anything from something like a document, it can be an interactive dashboard, graphics like I've just showed you, or you can get it to create apps for you. It's so diverse what it can do, but what it does is opens up another window next to the chat window where it creates something, and then in the chat window you can edit it however you want. Let me show you how we can create a well-designed report. So I was a freelance graphic designer for years, and now I'm pivoting into AI. So I'm going to see if it can help me create a report on how I can get my first clients for one-to-one AI training.
So I'm going to say, I was a freelance graphic designer for years. I've now pivoted completely and I'm building something new, a YouTube channel and an AI business. I want to start getting my first clients for a 1 hour AI coaching session, but I don't know where to start. So Claude's made some suggestions, so I'm going to say, that's really helpful. Can you pull all of that into a nicely designed one-page report as an artifact, a docx that I can download and refer back to? So you can see it's in the process of creating the file, and then it will appear in the window on the right. So I can now click on the Google Drive icon and set it straight to my Google Docs.
Another brilliant feature in Claude is connectors. Now what this means is it can connect to loads of different apps that you use, all sorts. I mean, if you go look in there, there's things like Notion, which I've talked about in another video, there's Gmail, there's Canva, there's Slack. It's unbelievable what it connects to. And then what it means then is you can use the Claude interface but talk to that platform. So what I'm going to show you now is how we can connect Claude to Gmail, and we can use that for a really useful thing. Like if you're like me and you have loads of newsletters that you get and you never ever get round to reading them, we can use Claude to go and look at those each week and to come back with all the best bits in a report for us.
First of all, we need to connect Claude to Gmail. You can do this by going to the sidebar, clicking Customize, then Connectors, and then search for Gmail. Now mine's already connected, but you will just need to click Connect and then it will take you through your Google login. Now in Gmail, you can create a label by going to Labels near the bottom and then click the plus button. I'll give it a name, for instance, Entrepreneur, and then click Create. Then you can automatically get any emails you want to go into that label by creating a filter. For example, say I want Danco emails to go into that filter. I would copy the email address and then put that in the From field. Then click Create Filter. Scroll down to Apply Label and click Choose Label. Then choose Entrepreneur. Now if you want all the existing emails from Danco to go into that label, click Also Apply Filter to Matching Conversations. Now I've already got another label set up called AI Learning Lab, where I have lots of AI newsletters. So I'm going to say to Claude, search my Gmail label called AI Learning Lab for emails from the last 7 days. Read through them and give me a list of anything that could be useful for a video idea for my YouTube channel. For each one, give me a plain language heading, 2 sentences on why it's interesting, and a rough video angle. Also link back to the newsletter. Skip anything that's too technical or developer focused. And there it is. Claude has gone through my Gmail, read through everything I've never got round to reading, and given me back something that I can actually use. And then if I wanted an easy way to store those ideas, I could ask it to send it to my Notion. I'd just give it a link to a blank Notion page. I have another video all about connecting Claude to Notion.
I really love this. It saves so much time and gets all the best nuggets for you. If you're interested in AI and building apps, I'm sharing everything I'm learning, and I send out an email every week. You can find the link below. And if you subscribe to the channel, I'll also share everything I'm learning about trying to make my new career in AI. I'll see you in the next one.